Alrighty, what is going on, guys? It's Boss on here. I'm back with another video, and I don't know about you guys, but this In-N-Out restaurant I would go to time, it's just known for the most weirdest things to happen. Like, for example, you can see a few old people arguing about which meal is which, or a Karen yelling at the manager for her money back or something. But today I found something that is probably gonna make this a short story, but I'm gonna be telling it anyways. So there's this one time I go to this In-N-Out, and this In-N-Out is next to a Chick-fil-A and another shop, and I'm pretty sure this was also by a movie theater. I mean, it was like two malls away, but I mean not two malls away, but it was a mall away from well, it's not that far, but you know what I mean. It's like it's very short to walk to. You can easily walk. It'll probably take about like 2 minutes to get there. But well, for walking, but if you're like driving in a car, it'll probably take like 30 seconds. But that's off topic because we're talking about this story about potentially of what it says in the thumbnail, which is people arguing. So me and my family, we get into this In-N-Out. My parents pick a spot table, and then I go to get the order. So I'm having this ticket in my hand, and I'm waiting for the food to be ready, and I see these two men that I take note of, because from what I can see is that when they get their order, they, for some reason, I can see on the papers, they have the exact same number. Now, however, they were at two different cashiers, so just a note, I don't think people should have the same number because it gets confusing. So I wait to get my order, and sure enough, about 10 minutes later, well, no, about 30 minutes later, because there's so many people that like to In-N-Out that they just happen to want to go In-N-Out after a long work day. I get my food, and I get my family's food. Then we sit down at the table to eat. And as I'm eating, I'm having a good time. Alright, everything's quiet. It's not disturbing, it's peaceful. And about 10 minutes, I hear the numbers called for the two old men that they're getting their orders from. So it happens that one of the orders were called and set on the table. And when the two guys get their order, I hear them saying, "Hey, what are you standing here for? This is my order." And the other one's like, "No, what are you talking about? This is my order." And they basically like arguing. They show the lists. And the thing is, they got the exact same thing. However, obviously it's different names, but still, they got the exact same thing. Now, if me and the person got the exact same thing, I would wait until my order's called because we have the same order. So for a whole 6 minutes, these old men are just arguing about which order's theirs, and like still they just can't wait for their turn or just give up to the other person. But this at one point, one of the old mans had enough, and he's like, "That's it, we're fighting." They were now fighting because of an order. And the other one's like, "Oh, I don't want to fight because of a food. I just want to get my order." And the other person's like, "Well, we're gonna have to fight. We're gonna have to fight to get our order, which who ones can stand." And then at that point, one of the employees saw what's going on, and then they went to the back to grab the manager, because I mean they're making the food, but you know. So these two old men started fighting, which the other one was dodging like the punches the old man was throwing. And while the old man was throwing punches, he was yelling. But while throwing the punches, because they're old men, they're very slow. However, this old man, I guess, went to the gym or he learned martial arts. He was able to dodge the punches really well, and he was able to not take hits until the manager gets there. And at some point, the manager gets to the old men, and the manager breaks them up. He says, "All right, guys, we're not fighting. So we're very sorry, that we mixed up your orders, but guys are just gonna have to stay still until we get the order. So you guys can't get the order yet." But then the other old man cuts manager off and says, "No, you interrupt us. Now we fight you." This guy is now fighting the manager because they broke the fight. So now the old manager is targeting him now. So it's just now this innocent manager and this old man not wanting to fight, while this other old man is just fighting because he's kind of crazy. But they are trying to dodge the other old man's punches, but obviously it's slow, so they are able to easily do it. But the other old man had enough, and he pins the other old man down to the ground. And then the manager calls 911 because this old man is just fighting because he cannot just wait his other turn, or like they just couldn't because they couldn't fairly decide, and this old man just took it way too seriously than he should. So the cops come, and well, they didn't arrest him. They just gave him a restraining order that he couldn't come back because he was making a fool out of himself. And well, that's the story of how an old man got so mad because he couldn't, set this very fairly. In my opinion, they could have just done it with a game of rock paper scissors. It would just went better. But now, you now this happened, I can make a story time out of it. But yeah, that's just one of the experiences I had, being there. But I can guarantee you guys that if you guys don't press the like button, I can guarantee that an angry person will walk into an In-N-Out or any other fast food restaurant, whatever, and start making a ruckus. And you don't want that, but sure hell, it's really entertaining. But yeah, that's it. Hope you guys enjoy this story. I'm out.